Welcome to the Nutley Cisco Academy. I will be introducing you to creating a small network using Packet Tracer. Today we'll be using the 2911 routers, a 2960 switch, and two PCs. This activity is a basic level activity, so we will begin and keep it slow and steady. There you go. First, we're going to find the 2911 router. So if you follow my mouse, which is slowly working its way down the screen, you will find the 2911 router. I need you to drop that onto your screen. Then I need you to go down to the bottom left and you will see the options for routers, switches, and hubs. We're going to choose the switches, which will bring up some list of a few switches that are available for Cisco Packet Tracer. We're going to use the basic 2960 switch because it doesn't really need much configuration in this activity or any activity at all when it comes to this small one we're doing now. And we're going to click on End Devices, which we're going to bring up the end devices, which are going to be two PCs. Now we're going to cable this out. This activity you should follow to the letter. Find the little lightning bolt here in the connection area on the bottom left. Most things we will grab and Packet Tracer will be on the bottom left. So if you click on it, you're going to scroll over till you see not the light blue, but the straight copper cable. And it's called a copper straight through cable. We're going to go to our router and place it on our router. And we're going to use gigabit Ethernet 00 to switch port. We'll go all the way down to G01. Then we're going to go to the straight cable once again and go to switch port FA00 to FA00 and FA02 to FA02. It does not take long. You can choose any of these and you can pull them out if you pick the wrong one to put them into. So this is in 01. This one, if you grab the line, you can then put it in 02. So right now, you have your red, which means the line is actually not on right now. So we're going to do some basic configurations right now. I'm going to type this directly onto the screen for you. Using the text box, we're going to use enable, config terminal, and then we are going to do the host name. We're going to call the host name Nutley. So let's go into your router and we're going to go to the command line. So when you click on your router, you will actually see a router. This router is a simulation, but it's pretty functional. You can zoom in and see that there are open slots available, which we'll go into deeper in later activities. It has an on and off switch, but right now we are just going to go to from the physical tab. We're going to skip over the config tab while this boots up. And we're going to click on the command line. That's CLI. This is the iOS command line interface. When you get down here, do not choose yes. Choose yes limits your options, so do not choose yes. Choose no and hit enter. If you'd like to please return, you'll see the name of the router right now says router. So we're going to enable this. I'm going to use some shortcuts, but enable is just EN, or you can type in enable. Now we're going to do in config terminal. After you configure the terminal, we're going to do the host name, and we're going to call it Nutley. Now remember, it is case sensitive. So if you do not use the right case sensitivity on an exam, you will get this problem wrong because as a teacher, I will make sure you know that I will put things that are case sensitive to keep you aware and not have you make simple errors and simple mistakes. So right now you have seen, once I change the name of the router from router to Nutley, it now says Nutley configuration. All right, so we're going to move this slightly over to the side. I'm going to come back I'm going to type in some more commands so you can all have these commands. So we're going to go and now we're going to put some simple stuff in, which is line console 0, password Cisco, login. This will set up a console port, which we'll use in later activities, but it is always useful to have this information before you start any route configuration. Then line VTY 0 through 4, password Cisco, login. Once again, these are for further activities that we will do later, but to make sure you have these commands in your command list is very useful. So let's get started. Interface G0/0. Now we're going to put an IP address in. The IP address we're going to use today will be 192.1.1.1 and a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. And we're going to use the no shutdown command. Now that we have all of that information, it will look like this. So if you're building your own notepad, this is what it will look like. All right. So I'm going to take the information I have here and put it now into the router. So we did hostname Nutley. Now we're going to do line console 0, password Cisco, login, line VTY 0 through 4, password Cisco, login, and now we're going to put the interface in. Interface G0/0, IP address 192. Bad typing right there. 192.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. Now this is where you're going to watch these red lines turn to orange and green with the no shutdown command. You'll see the line protocol is now at the state of being up. So as things come online, this should take only a few seconds. So once we have that running, we need to do the fun stuff, which is give every PC its own individual address. So let's go through that. I went very quickly. Go to PC 0. Click on the desktop tab should come up first, but the physical tab comes up for you. Just click on desktop and click on IP config. Follow the instructions of 192.1.1.2. For these, I will give you the numbers you need, and so you know why I'm using this number. This number is the interface we just did over here. Each PC needs to find its way to the router, so that's what we call a default gateway. So I'm going to use this number in any PCs that are going to attach to this route interface. So if there's a way of any lines, any extra PCs, and they're all going to this interface, it all needs this same IP address as its default gateway. But this address will be the next one in line. So we went to the next PC, click on a desktop tab, put the default gateway in, and now we're going to change this to 3. The reason we chose 3 is that the other PC had the number 2. So let's see if we got all of this to work now. Everything is showing up nice and green, and here we go. Let's go to PC 0. All the numbers are checking out. We're going to go to your command prompt, and we're going to type in ping. And we're going to ping the default gateway, 192.1.1.1. You get all 4 replies back on the first shot. You did a great job. Hit the up arrow, and let's try to get to PC number 1, which is 192.1.1.3. Let's see if we get those replies back. If you get all those replies back, you have done a great job. So thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to Vance Campbell, Nutley Schools. Thank you very much, and be well.